Welcome to Silicon Valley Asian Business Talk.
Hello, everyone. This is Roger Chen from University of San Francisco Center for Business Studies and Innovation in Asia Pacific. Today, I want to first thank the Chinese Entrepreneur Organization for hosting this interview at this very unique venue, which is the founding place of Facebook. Second, it's our honor to welcome Dawei Feng from Intel to join our interview program. Dawei, could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Roger. Hey, everyone. Thank you for having me. Super excited to be here. As Roger introduced briefly, I work for Intel. I manage all the client segment marketing team at Intel. Outside of the work, I have been pretty active in mentoring Chinese in the Bay Area from career perspective, as well as advising a few of the startups.
Thank you.
Startup, product market fit and go-to problems.
I know you have been very active mentoring startup companies and new ventures, entrepreneurs. So actually, from your perspective, because your perspective is very unique, right? You represent corporate executives. So from your perspective, what are the unique challenges, these lessons these startup companies tend to face, actually?
I think there's a self-selection bias. I just want to put it out there because the startups who are seeking advices are typically the ones running into kind of problems, right? If everything is going so well, I'm so busy fulfilling orders, I have more orders than I can ever fulfill. I don't have time to ask for advice. I don't need advice.
Interesting. Okay, so people seeking advice typically are running into some issues.
Typically, but by saying that, I'm offending a lot of people who seek advices. So I shouldn't say that.
No, that's honestly very good. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a little bit self-selection bias to begin with, and then I think based on my relatively limited experiences, I think there are a number of different areas. One, in particular, it could be buried fairly deep, but if I just simplify, is the uncertainty about, do I have a product market fit problem, or do I have a go-to-market problem? The reason I say that is,
first, could you kind of clarify these two different type of problems, go-to-market versus product market fit?
Of course. So if I have a go-to-market problem, means my product actually is really good.
Oh, okay. So how do you scale?
And it's just my customers haven't notified that I have really good product or products for them yet. So that is a go-to-market problem. I just need to make them aware of my products. Then I'm good. I'm golden, right? But then a lot of the reasons why the customers aren't aware, or is your product may not have hit the right product market fit. So these two could be very nuanced. So that's why when I talk with relatively mature and successful startup founders, one common theme I would hear is product market fit is one of those moments that only in hindsight that's the moment you hit the product market fit. But before you hit that moment, you may have a lot of confidence. My tech, my product, everything is so good. I just need to get 10, 20, 50 customers sign up for it. But that's where the confusion really happens, and that's where a lot of early stage founders really need just additional insights, perspective, as well as just oftentimes it's just willing to listen ears to hear them out.
So actually, maybe to go further, you say there are two types of problems you see startup company. One is the go-to-market probably is more or less like an execution problem. This product market is searching for the right product. So you mentioned about something, company you do, a startup company you do to kind of search for the product market fit. Do you have any kind of suggestion see the successful lessons or failures in even the go-to-market kind of part of it.
Yeah. So let me separate these two, and again, I'll stay fairly general, higher level. When search for product market fit, I think in particular the founders who are less experienced, what I noticed is they somehow got confused between when they're building the pitch for the VCs versus when they're building the pitch for the customers. And what I mean by that is when I'm building a pitch for VC, I somehow want to say that the total addressable market for me is infinite. It's so big that you got to put money in me now. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on this rocket ship, right? However, that set of pitch doesn't work with your prospect, your potential customers. Why? When you say, hey, any problem you have, I can solve. That's one way to lose credit instantaneously when you're approaching the prospect. So that's why when people pitch to VCs, they tend to generalize their tech and solution and generalize the total addressable market. My advice, and this is hard for a lot of people to do, is when you pitch to a prospect, you have to be extremely precise and narrow. Say, I have a product, I have a tool that solves one problem. It solves that problem so well, I can say this is the best tool for this problem. Even though this problem seems to be relatively small, it doesn't give me the $100 billion total addressable market, but that's how you lock in the first set of customers.
Yeah, I think that's very, very good. So how about the second issue, actually, say go-to-market? So what's your kind of advice?
A number of challenges. It really is, we got to start with what's causing the problem. Because like I said, I was saying without saying the conclusion, a lot of times I saw that the founders thought they had a go-to-market problem. They really have a product market fit problem. So, and then if me as an advisor, I tell them, well, really, you have a product market fit problem. That could be very hurtful for their feelings.
Why?
Because they feel all this confidence in their tech, in their technology.
Oh, they are kind of emotionally.
So much energy building that. They got so much initial positive responses from whoever they talk to. When I tell them you don't have a product market fit, PMF, emotionally it's not easy to accept, right? So that's why I want to ease into that. However, there are true cases where go-to-market could be a problem, and that's where we can be super tactical. Depending on the business model, do we rely more on outbound or inbound, or it's a both, right? And what's the ideal customer profile? Big, mid, small, and how much the customer can do self-onboarding, how much this is a high touch, have to go through a long period of time with the solid hands from your customer success department to manage it through before you see the first dollar coming in, right? So this is where it can be very pragmatically addressed based on the answers to these few questions, and there are more or less mature tools and processes to go do a lot of that.
Right.
But there are some other go-to-market problems are a little bit harder to address, which is the nature of long, unpredictable decision-making process. In particular, when the startups are selling into large corporations, it could be extremely frustrating. Every single step of the way, I feel like you're making progress, but nobody can give you the ultimate, yes, I'm going to use your product. And there's no timeline when you can get to that yes eventually. So it could be very frustrating when navigating that. And that's why there are another set of processes and tools and methodologies could be deployed to help in those situations as well.
Thank you for watching.